First tell me, how did that happen? How did you end up in Captain America?
Through a long audition process that spanned a few months. I had a final screen test where I was taken to Shepperton Studios in the UK, and there was a full film crew there, and I had hair and makeup, and I had to learn some dialogue and some fight sequences, and it was just kind of like a screen test to see if I was, you know, kind of confident enough to take on the challenge of playing someone who worked in the military, and so it was quite a daunting experience, but so thrilling.
She's kind of confident. I mean,
yeah,
she is. Can you tell me a little bit about her? How you approached her?
Yeah, well, on the page, Peggy Carter's very strong, and it was nice that she wasn't a damsel in distress or a victim. That there was an equality to her, which I found really appealing, and it also meant that she was kind of like a kindred spirit to Captain America, and quite a modern day woman, and I found that really inspiring. So I felt it was kind of my duty to step up to the plate and make her strong and confident.
What did you know about Captain America before?
I didn't. I know that he was created in the 40s as part of kind of a way to boost the morale during the World War II. So apart from that, I didn't know about the comics, the origins of how he became Captain America. So I had to kind of start from scratch.
There has always been something special around the character of Captain America. He wasn't just a superhero, he was something different. Do you understand that? Do you see that for the audience in the pop culture?
Yeah,
especially American one.
I think he stands out because there's no cynicism in him at all. There's an innocence about him. He's earnest and sincere, and Chris does that beautifully, playing him. And because of that, he doesn't have an arrogance to him. He really does still believe, even though he's gone from Skinny Steve to this incredible, you know, physique. He still believes that he's sent to do good in the world, and the fact that it's set in the 40s gives it a very stylish kind of look, very distinct in a different world compared to the other superhero films.
There's some kind of an old-fashioned spirit in the movie. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, I would, and I think the old-fashioned romance to it as well. There's a slow build between them, which is based on kind of subtlety in looks and in building of tension, which I would say was quite old-fashioned and quite innocent. Yeah.
But do you feel that the audience of today that is so used of getting everything right now, right away, and not have to wait for this? How do you feel they would respond to this kind of filmmaking?
Well, I think they will respond because in a way that they have to kind of rein it in a bit and remember the thrills that come with when you start to like someone for the first time, and actually how long it does take a lot of the time just before that first kiss happens, or before you start to have the confidence to be able to really truly express your like for someone. You know, they're certainly not the type of people to kind of go out and get drunk and you know, get together within one night. I think there's a...
That never happened.
No, I'm sure, you know, of course. But that's quite, you know, I think it's quite sweet. You know, I think people will find that really endearing.
Actually, it never happened. No, anyway. There's a huge expectation around the movie itself. Do you feel that... how do you explain this expectation? Is it still this popular as a character?
Well, yeah, I think there's certainly an expectation because it's Marvel as well, and they've had such incredible success with things like Iron Man and Thor in recent years, and they seem to be on a very steady roll at the moment. But you know, Captain America, this is the first Avenger, and they've got the Avengers that are coming out next year. But I tried to not think about that while I was filming because I think I would have been, you know, overwhelmed by it all. So I just kind of put it at the back of my head and just tried to concentrate on the little world that I was in. But you know, I think Marvel do go out of their way to exceed these expectations of, you know, their fans and hopefully surprise and delight them.